advocates and activists conducted a press meet in Bengaluru today. They released the report titled Criminalizing the Practice of Faith. In the report, it documents the 39 incidents of hate crimes by Hindutva groups against Christians under the false pretext of conversion and increasing assaults on the right to faith of Christianity in Karnataka.
Karnataka is bringing a law which is today in 5 BJP states in the north, which it should not bring. It is aimed at the minorities, specifically at the Christian community. There is a bogey of forced conversion which does not exist. Our report shows that there have been attacks on the Christian communities in Karnataka. These attacks have been supported by the state. The state has not been able to bring to book the perpetrators. It has gone instead after those who are victims. Our demand of the state is that it use the Tehseen Poonawalla judgment to make sure that justice is done to them. We also want to make sure that this bill is not actually introduced, and if it is opposed strongly. The role of the media lastly in this has been overwhelmingly negative and has targeted those people who have been victims rather than going after the perpetrators, which are the Hindutva groups. Thank you very much.
Sir, like you said that victims have been targeted. One or a couple of examples.
It has. So we have documented 39 instances of places where the privacy of people has been violated. Their homes, prayer halls and churches have been intruded into. Their persons have been assaulted. And we believe that justice for this has not come, and we think it should. Thank you.
PUCL Karnataka, People's Unions for Civil Liberty Karnataka, has brought out a report today on the violence that is and the hate crimes that is being perpetrated on the Christian community in Karnataka. The way in which their most basic right to pray, their most basic right to faith is being targeted. There are attacks almost every Sunday and other days as well against them. There are groups, the Hindutva organizations, whether it's the Bajrang Dal, the RSS, who are creating violence, barging into homes and threatening them and stopping them from praying. The police, the state is instead of protecting the victims of these acts of violence, is going and registering cases against them. Just on Saturday, we saw the way in which in Kolar, they've stopped people from distributing material, stopped them, burnt religious books. What action has the police taken against these organizations? Instead of all this, the government wants to bring in an anti-conversion law. Let us be very clear, there is no such thing as forced conversion. Who a person believes, which God a person believes in, which faith a person believes in is their choice. It's my choice. The government has no business in interfering in it, and this law is only being brought about to attack and victimize the Christian community, which is absolutely unconstitutional. We demand that the government immediately withdraw any such proposal of a law and take very strict action against these Hindutva organizations which are going around creating such hatred in society.
Shocking that in a state like Karnataka, where there has been no known any case which has successfully been convicted of anyone being forced to convert from any religion to any religion. So then what is the logic? So somebody is talking about Mr. Gulihatti Shekhar and his problem. My question is, why hasn't his mother come out and spoken? What about her privacy? What about her right to practice her freedom of religion? What about the dozens of families in Hosdurga's, his own, Gulihatti Shekhar's own constituency, where the Tahsildar has submitted boldly a report saying that many families have converted, but there has been no force. They have done it out of their own desire to convert without any complaint. So, on the other hand, we have reason to fear that this law will be weaponized against the minorities' freedom of worship. We know what is happening in Noida. The Muslims are not being allowed to worship, on their Friday in public places. Now they have issued circular in Karnataka. Some districts have issued circular preventing Christians from assembling in halls. Why? And they say there will be law and order problem. Whose responsibility is law and order? And for a peaceful act of worship, there is no violence. There is just mere people gathering and singing and praising. Why should that be a threat to anybody? So obviously, the law and order problem is not from within the Christians, it's being generated and created from outside to intimidate the minorities. So we have the assurance nobody will have any problem, everyone can do their own thing is not supported by what we are seeing. 39 cases in the past 1 year in Karnataka. People barging into worship services and doing bhajans. Will they tolerate it if anybody else? And now you are talking about force. Where is the force? These people are forcing themselves into churches.
Congress party will not allow this anti-conversion bill. It is not the only community. You have to look at the constitution of this India and Baba Saheb Ambedkar's conversion on those days. How we made, why it was made. See, though the lot of Mughal leaders ruled this country, lot of Britishers, Portuguese ruled this country, Jain leaders ruled this country, the conversion did not take place. There was no forced conversion. Still the population of Christianity is within 2%. The Islam is about 11% or something, where the Buddhism is also some 6% and all, 5 to 6% and all. When such is the case, due to the political, when elections are coming up, they are trying to do this. What was the need? Will the constitution permit them? The constitution doesn't permit them. So this is all a political gimmicks which is doing it. We will oppose them.